Hannah Heimbuch, third generation Alaskan commercial fisherwoman, joins us now. Is Hannah ready? Yeah? Okay. Let me grab this here. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Nice to
Hi,
talk to
Hannah.
you.
Same.
And are you in Alaska now? Or are you on a tour? Where are you?
I'm traveling to the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Seattle.
Okay. Well, it's still early, but not early for a fisherwoman.
That's right.
What time do you get up to go to work?
Anytime from 3 a.m. to after.
Yeah.
It varies. We fish with the tide.
Yeah, because I get up at 3:30 and I whine about it. I'm guessing you don't whine that much, huh?
I 100% whine about it.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Wait,
good.
you're in Seattle. Are you at the Pike's Market where they sell all the
I
fish?
might visit there later today. It's super fun to watch. Yeah.
Love that place.
All right, look, sustainable seafood matters, and this is a big deal to hear a modern fisherwoman make this part of your sermon. So talk about it.
Absolutely. So sustainable seafood means that when we fish, we are environmentally responsible, right? We're making sure that the fish and its habitat are healthy. And this is really important to me. I am an Alaskan commercial fisherman. I harvest wild salmon. It ends up on plates all over the country. And I am super proud to share the sustainable seafood that I feed my family all year long. And I know that 80% of shoppers out there also say that a sustainable ocean and sustainable seafood is important to them personally. I love to hear this, guys, and not just because I'm a fisherman and this is my business, but because choosing sustainable is actually one of the ways that we can all help protect the ocean. And guess what? It's a big ocean, and that's why you got to work with others. I work with people like the Walton Family Foundation. I work with my fellow fishermen. I work with grocers. These are all people that care about sustainable seafood and put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, and we need a people to wrap their heads around what sustainable seafood is compared to what isn't sustainable seafood. So what's the difference?
The difference is that, we follow science. That's the best thing that I can say is that we respond to what's going on in the ecosystem with, responsible limits and timing and really watch out for how the entire fish and its habitat are doing. It's a science-based process.
And you take your limit, you take the number that's appropriate, and you appropriately process it and all of that. But how do we know what we're buying in the grocery store?
Absolutely. So you can look for that marine stewardship logo. It looks like a fish. It's blue. But, you can also ask. I think that's great. You go to any seafood counter, you go to any restaurant and say, hey, where does this fish come from? And is it sustainable? There's a lot of great information online and with any fish seller about sustainable seafood and where that food comes from.
I eat a lot of fish, love fish. And I know I recently saw a documentary, Hannah, on the oceans and how we have to keep the oceans clean because, of course, the whole circle of life, we have to protect the oceans.
Sail the oceans and see how we do.
So what do we need to be doing as consumers? What do we need to be doing to keep the oceans cleaner and safer?
I think one of the best things you can do is know where your food comes from. Obviously, we have a big planet with a lot of people to feed, and knowing that the food that you're choosing to buy, support with your dollars and cook at home for your family, knowing that it's sustainable and healthy is really important. I would say eat like an Alaskan, eat wild, eat sustainable.
That's
Nick.
great advice.
On that note, just a quick question. Your opinion on, they're in the news this morning in Fukushima, Japan, they're releasing more of this radioactive water into the ocean.
Yeah, the wastewater from Fukushima, yeah.
Well, I know that we take contaminants really seriously. There's a lot of incredible ocean sciences and climate sciences happening in Alaska right in my back door. So I really trust what scientists say. I trust what the Food and Drug Administration says about safe seafood. This is stuff that's tested all the time, guys. So, you would know if it was unsafe to eat, and I really do trust seafood that comes out of our waters.
Oh, good. Well, that's important to hear. And there's nothing greater in the world than a great salmon burger in the summertime. Oh, please.
That's right.
All right, so Hannah, let's talk about your life here and what you do on the boat. You grew up in the business?
I did. I grew up on and off my dad's boats my whole life. I've been fishing myself for about 15 years. So my partner and I, we own a remote salmon operation on an island in the Gulf of Alaska. So that means I spend 4 months of the year living on an isolated beach. Every day we go out in our small boats and check our nets, sometimes in inclement weather, and bring fresh fish back to send out to you guys across the rest of the country and the world.
What's the name of your island? Gilligan's? Or what is it?
Close. I fish off of Kodiak Island.
All right, Kodiak Island. And you say you're out there. Is that 4 months without a break you're out there?
That's right. Yeah, we fly out to the middle of nowhere and set up our little remote camp there by ourselves on the beach and spend our time on the water every day.
And I have to ask you, I'm a huge fan of the Copper River salmon. And I know from Alaska, only here in the Midwest, there's only certain times of the year that you can get it. When is the best time of year to get it?
So Copper River starts right around my birthday, so I remember that. It starts in mid-May. That's when you'll start to see that fresh Copper River sockeye salmon on the market. It's delicious.
It's the best.
Really can't replace fresh salmon.
All right, so if I fly into Anchorage and I want to go out on the island with you guys, how long does it take to get to Kodiak, and how strong a swimmer do I need to be?
From Chicago, Steve, you're going to get 4 planes and then a small boat ride, and then you can come over for dinner.
You got to really...
He won't make it past the second plane
ride.
Make
it to O'Hare.
You don't have to worry.
You guys have to really, really love the job, and I think people who love their job are better at their job because they love their job. So I respect all that. You mentioned inclement weather. Give me a story.
Yeah, I'll give you a story. Let's see. There's plenty of times, Steve, that we have headed out to the net. We're, 15 minutes into a long drive out to, 6, 7, 8 foot waves and realize we have no business being out there and got to turn around and fish again another day. So our life is so dependent on the weather, on the tide, and on deciding how far we're willing to push it that day. So it's being a small boat fisherman it's tough. It can be dangerous, but it's wild and fabulous, just like our fish. I love it.
Yeah, it's got to be very rewarding. How much of it is dependent upon your instincts versus technology now?
Oh, man, I really think it's a combination of both. I always say that fishermen have some sort of innate mysticism that allows them to read the water, read the wind, where are the fish underneath this mysterious ocean, right? There's a lot of tech that helps us and keeps us safe, but you got to trust your instincts and, your training as a good mariner.
You have some beautiful pictures online. Mm-hmm. How much of your day is sun?
Not very much. Yeah. My day is sun. Kodiak Island is known for its rainy, foggy weather. And then, of course, when it is sunny, I am still in head-to-toe rain gear, so my skin does not see the sun very often.
Well, you're a very attractive lady. Now, give yourself some credit. Yeah. I don't want people thinking there's a gargoyle in Kodiak. You're a beautiful lady.
I'm an adventurous gargoyle.
I will say this.
Awesome.
Because I don't know that you will, but I'll say it for you. What the hell was wrong with Gordon Lightfoot? Why was he so downbeat? And the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald should never be played again. Are you on board with that?
I'll trust your instincts on this one.
Yeah, it seems right. All right. So for more information on what you guys do you want to send them somewhere?
Absolutely. So you can learn more about sustainable seafood, how it impacts the ocean by visiting waltonfamilyfoundation.org/seafood month.
And look for that little blue fish label on your fish, and ask your expert at the grocery store about it as well.
That's right.
All right, great to have you on, and we'll see you in Alaska.
Fantastic. I'll watch for you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Hannah.
I don't know why she doesn't believe me.
She's so cool. Ocean Strategies, by the way, has a cool website, too, and she's got really cool pictures of the sunrise and the sunset. That's why I was curious how much sunlight they get.
So if I'm flopping around in the water, do you think she rescues me or drives the boat around in circles a little bit and then she pulls me out?
The latter.
Yeah, probably. It's more entertaining, for sure.
You would never make 4 plane rides and a boat ride?
That seems like a lot.
To get there?
No, it seems like a lot.
It sounds cool, though.
I'm glad she's doing it.